All right, welcome back to the Power Breakfast Show. As we told you before, while we were inside, we told you you'll be coming outside, and we had a small teaser. We had the propeller. Now, as you can see behind me, we have the whole plane. There it is. Imefika, iko hapa, iko tayari, itapepea ama itapepea. Well, we're going to find out more about the plane and also more about the man behind it. And so, if you have any questions or comments, as always, the hashtag to use is Power Breakfast. Hashtag Power Breakfast on Twitter, and at Citizen TV Kenya, at Willy Saburu, at Kizigo Ngarwa, at Patrick Igunza. Speaking of at Patrick Igunza, Igunza uko wapi?
Niko Ayad, mtu wangu mbaya sana, nishachukua bench hapa hivi na mimi ndio pilot. So your captain speaking zikia leo. Gabriel Lerito ameleta ndege na tuko ready kuona ka itaguruma. First of all, after hapo an aspiration ya make sure imekula hewa, imeenda hewani. Now that's what we're going to do today. Remember to celebrate innovations zenye zinafanyika, especially kwa hii background ya Obama akiwa Ayad. Kwa hivyo Gabriel ako hapa hivi na team yake wako ready ku showcase brilliance yao na ingenuity, ikikamni mambo na fizo, ikikamni mambo na aeronautical engineering, vitu hizo sindio, na ndio assemblance inaendelea saizi. Na so in just one while wanasema itaguruma. Ikishaguruma, his biggest aspiration ni ku make sure ime take off. Hiyo ni kitu ndio bado anangangania. Na so unaweza ka join in the conversation. What do you feel about this innovation? Do you believe that one day he will actually take off? And kama unataka kubonga na sisi, hashtag venye Willis amesema Power Breakfast, at Patrick Igunza, at Citizen TV Kenya, at Kizigo Ngarwa, at Willis Raburu. Tuone venye mambo itakuwa. Na so Manjesman, ruka hapo hivyo cheki venye wanaendelea kufixio blade ya kitu inaitagwa propeller.
That we had in studio just a short while ago, and it's now being attached here. Yeah, but maybe we'll, who is closer to Gabriel, can go ahead and ask him a few questions. Gabriel, what exactly is happening here? What phase are we at here?
Okay, Gabriel. Anza tu kwanza kwa kujiintroduce. Jina kamili watu wajue kweli ni wewe, na nini ili inspire wewe kwanza kufanya utengenezaji wa ndege.
Okay, my name is Gabriel Lerito, and this was the 10th project that we've done. You're aware we've done 14, so this was the 10th one. And basically at this moment we are attaching the propeller. We've already hooked the engine. Next stage we are hooking the silencer, and once we are sure that everything is set up, we're going to do a test run of the engine. And basically that's where we are at this point in the assembly.
Okay, thank you. And if you may just tell our viewers, what is the name that you've given this particular model of an aeroplane, and for how long have you been putting it together?
Okay, I've given the name Viwanda. Viwanda is a Swahili name that means industrialization or manufacturing, something like that. And I have been on this work since 2007. That's when we did our first project. And this was done just around 2010 there. This particular one, the 10th one. Since then, we've done a couple of 4 after.
And what's the greatest achievement that you've ever experienced as far as this Viwanda model is concerned?
Okay, this Viwanda model, we've not done so much testing on it, except one ground test we did in Nyeri. It was not actually a flying test; it was just a normal taxi. We wanted to see if the tires are fine and if the framework can withstand the normal taxi land. However, the other models we've been successful on them. There's one that we were able to at least gain some 5 feet of the ground. It's lighter than this one. And so far so good.
Okay, Big Willie.
Yes.
Do you have anything that you...
Yes, well, we're here, as you can see, just like we've been showing, the engine, as you said, is being attached. What kind of engine is this? Because there's a time that there are different parts you're using. You've come a long way, right? So what kind of engine is this now that you're using?
Now, okay, this engine is made in Germany. It's a small engine. And it's basically one of the smallest that has been used to power a manned aeroplane. It's made in Germany, distributed in USA, and I bought it from USA and imported in year 2011. Basically, we started with a long way, actually, what you've said. And our first project 1, we used a normal auto engine, Toyota engine.
Yes.
And we tested on it for severally. And we had issues with it, mainly with weight. That engine alone used to weigh 200 kilogram. And
That's the engine alone?
The engine alone.
Okay.
Engine alone used to weigh 200 kilogram. And the maximum power that we could get out of it was 80 horsepower. So basically we had an issue. While the power was good, the weight was troublesome. After several tests that didn't go as we would have wished to go, I knew I had a problem with the engine, and so I opted to go for to basically buy another engine. As you will recall, the initial approach was to do things as much as possible to get things locally.
Yes.
Engine we bought in Australia, everything was local. There is a limit to how far you can do that because engine is critical and propeller. And actually even the propeller, the first propellers for the Toyota engine, we made them. We made them here. And so from project 2, the approach changed. I decided to buy some few components ready-made, especially the critical ones. The other ones we can build here locally like the rest of the aircraft we have done. And what I did is that I imported this engine, the propeller, and basically the momentum of the project improved once we had a better quality engine, a new engine and propeller. Now this engine weighs only 25 kilograms.
Okay, so that's a good one. From 200 kgs down to 25. And
its power is 28 horsepower. It is not the best, but with well configured, it has been used by people in USA to power small light microlights. So that was my inspiration. It is also not the most powerful engine I would have wished, but it was the cheapest since I didn't have money. But eventually, on this particular Fiwada model, the light in future we are going to get a slightly more powerful engine than this one. Yes.
Speaking about, sorry.
Not a problem with it. Yeah. When it comes to perhaps the manufacturing of this sort of flying objects, actually, we know there's a lot of mathematics that goes into it. There's a lot of physics that's involved. And our audience would like to know, actually, do you have any training when it comes to this sort of work? Or is it just something that's inborn?
Yes, I was going to ask that because you're a trained IT specialist. So how did this come about?
Now, for one, I do not have a particular specific training like the way somebody goes and does aeronautical engineering. However, sometimes interest is the one that makes you study, and that's what happened to me. So I did a lot of research. I have done countless in all areas. So I would categorize whenever we want to design. I want to design a project. There are about 5 areas that I focus on. And I start with the engine and propeller. I researched on them thoroughly, and I knew how they do work. That's why even in the initial project, the way we used the Toyota engine, I carved the propeller, and it was fine, and it's still available. So you get out of the engine and the propeller side. Then you go to the wings. I studied how do wings work. How lift wings work. Then we go to electrical. How do you do this wiring that we've done here? So again, that one we clear. Then we go to the wheels. Wheels used to give us a lot of trouble in the beginning. Then you also clear that. Once you're clear with just about 5 or 6 categories, you are good to go.
So it's more of passion as opposed to any training and self-research.
Speaking about the wings, I've noticed this wings. Maybe you can walk us through what's in a wing. Like what's in this wing? Or is it a special secret?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
There's no secret about it. Now, basically, the wing provides the main lift, the lift for the whole aircraft.
Okay.
And the easiest way to describe a wing is its aerofoil shape. Its shape.
Okay.
That curved shape. It is not just curved for the sake of it. There is a reason why it is done like that. And different aerofoil shapes will have different properties. In this particular one, we were looking for high lift, a wing that is high lift. And a high lift wing will probably be thicker a bit. It will not be very thin. A wing that is made for high speed is normally thinner. So you'll find that if you were to look from the side, our wing is slightly thicker, because it was meant for high lift, because many of the places that where we go to, they're not very good fields and something like that.
Okay.
And we've stuck with that. It's a long story to discuss about wings,
yes.
but that's basically what it is.
And the wheels also, describe the mechanism, because I'm seeing it's, I don't know, is this, it's bent. Is it like the way it's supposed to be?
Okay, now what happened is that we used to have a lot of trouble with wings in the with the wheels in the beginning, and mainly because we were using auto tires, and they used to give us a lot of trouble. So first of all, I decided to go for aircraft tires.
Okay, so these are aircraft tires.
These are aircraft tires.
Okay.
Yes, I bought them used, and but at least they have not given us trouble because they again, just like the engine, it is the right tire for the job. However, I bought them without limbs. So the limbs are locally made.
Okay.
Then they are functional. Now the reason why we do that is that once we load it completely, it kind of levels up.
Okay.
So what happened is that initially we would put the wheels in a level position. Once we load everybody, then you find them now again in the long.
Yeah.
But when we do them like that, they are quite fine.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. So maybe, I don't know, how are we ready to test the engine at least?
We still got a couple of steps to clear.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Explain to us the stopping, because that's also another very important thing.
Yeah.
I can see there's like a lever that looks like a brake here. I don't know, maybe
because we are told
this year.
Yeah, we are normally told, okay, perhaps we stand corrected, that those are the landing and taking off and landing are the most critical parts when it comes to flying. Perhaps in the Rito you can either tell us whether that's true or not, and also just explain how the Viwanda model actually works when it comes to taking off and when it comes to landing, or perhaps the taking off bit and also the stopping bit.
Basically, we have got I created it as simple as possible. So you'll find that in many of the aircrafts that were made in 1940s used to have just a basic panel, not very complicated.
Okay.
Just 3 instruments. We've got an altimeter, we've got an airspeed indicator, and a compass. Okay, there are a couple more that I could add, and that's why I reserved here for when we get the other instruments, we'll be able to add a few more, but this basically suffices for the moment. Now, on the left hand side is my control panel.
The switches and everything.
Switches. This basically is the electrical part.
Okay.
These are stop switches for the engine.
Okay.
And the stop switches for the engine are 2, mainly because aircraft engines are meant to be reliable, and so this engine, which is a single cylinder, has got 2 plugs in one cylinder, unlike the ordinary engines, so that even if one fails, the other one will still be functional.
Okay.
Now, each of these stop switches stops its own plug. So if I switch off one, the engine will still run.
Okay.
Will still keep
I
running.
was afraid when you switch that on, it will go on.
Yes. So when I switch them off, basically stopped the engine.
Okay.
And that's basically the stop. Then this is our master switch. This is the starter switch. Again, this is basically innovated locally. This is an untypical switch you'll find in normal house buildings.
Yes.
So we modified it so that they can do our starter, and the electrical system is basically clear. So as long as the switch are on the on position and I press on, basically, and the engine has fuel, it will start.
Okay.
Once I want to stop the engine, I can stop using this. We go to the throttle. Throttle is like your typical gas pedal, accelerator pedal in a car. So when it is in this position, there is no fuel.
Okay.
There is no fuel. And when I push it forward, then I'm adding the fuel to
the equivalent of Kukwanyaga gas.
Exactly. It works very simple.
Yes.
Now, we go to the controls.
Okay.
Now, the controls on the services. Now, this particular wing, I am using some services called flaperons. And flaperons are these pieces that are hitched here. There are 2, one on the other side. So the flaperons basically do the roll control, and I am controlling them using this stick.
Oh, so that's how they work.
Yes, that's how they work. So, and that is that.
All right.
Left, right. And so these ones do the roll control, and you can see the service is moving.
Yes.
And they go in opposite direction. One goes up, the other
left
goes
will go
down.
to the right.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that is my stick, control stick. Now, if you look behind there, I've got another very important control service there, which is called an air filter. And an air filter now, again, the same stick also controls. So pushing it this way, I lift the air filter.
Yes.
So this is a multi-control. Sideways, I do the flaperons, and backwards, I control the air filter. And basically, this is a standard plug. The only thing is that this is not imported.
Okay.
This is basically designed and fabricated here. Now, still behind there, I've got a ladder. Now, the ladder is controlled using the ladder pedals. You can see some 2 ladder pedals somewhere there. Yes, this is the left ladder, and this is the right ladder pedal. Pushing it this way, you'll see the ladder moving behind there. And you can see it. So those are the radar pedals.
Okay.
And that completes nearly all the major control services that I can do.
All right.
The stick and the radar pedal.
Okay. So as we wait to rev up the engine, I'll just take a few comments here that I'm already seeing on social media. The hashtag has been Power Breakfast as we're waiting for kuwasha engine to ski Kinguruma tuone, and we have a small runway. Itasonga kidogo tu. Kidogo. We don't have enough for it to take off, but at least just to move. The hashtag Power Breakfast, what you are saying on Twitter, somebody says faith can move mountains, the little just believe in yourself, and like Kidero grass. That is at Irene Cristino. Then at Eddie Musoki says niaje watunguya naona ni mambo na innovation.
Yeah man. Really shabiko mai. I don't know good to up Viana Jai Willis. If Kidero believes that grass will grow within 48 hours, then even that plane will take off one day.
Yes.
Have faith. Mashabiki wanakuambia ndio uwe na imani.
And then there's somebody here saying that man will bring up the Kenyan Boeing. That is at Johnson Ngi. That is NGI. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. At Johnson Ngi. And then somebody's asking, remember the planes that we saw? I don't know if you saw in the planes that we saw, the Obama planes, the 2 V-22 Ospreys, the propellers facing up. Somebody's saying we are soon coming to the V-22 Osprey-like design. Yes.
Unaona. Alafu sa Ramgi Davis pia hapa anasema Power Breakfast, the level of innovation in Kenya is good. GS 2015 akataga hapo hivyo mashabiki pia wa Willis Waburu na Kerry Gongaro.
And of course somebody still asking hata kusamea hiyo story yako ya the
Badu tuko mambo na innovation. So Gabriel ametuambia attempts zimekuwa most na ndio maana bado ana keep imani kuendelea. Soma chenye watu wanasema kuhusiana na innovation.
So I'm going to skip what you asked about Iguza's escapades as it were last night and the story he did. So let me take just one more here. Somebody saying it is good that you are using more local materials and that Kenya should do more. And then also, that's Irene, I've read that.
Nelly Karaoke hapa hivi anadai how much has he spent on the project so far? Utatuambia ni pesa ngapi umetumia katika mradi wako wa viwanda model. Shabiki anataka kujua hapo hivyo.
All right, so maybe you can answer that question. How much has it cost so far?
This is not a cheap project. And for one, that is also the biggest challenge, because many of the components are very expensive. I'll just give you a hint. I may not give you an exact figure, but I'll give you a hint so that you can do some calculations. The engine, that small engine alone, bought from US, cost $3,500. That is $300,000. You use another $80,000 to bring it in. So basically, by the time it's loaded, you've already gone past $400,000. That engine as it is. But the propeller alone costs $300. That is in US. By the time you run it, is $400. That is about another $30,000. So you already have $500,000 at the front there. just as it is.
That's just the front.
Yes. Local materials are not expensive because you buy them from industrial area, things like that. That one probably another 200,000 will clear that. But there is also another component that's very expensive, labor. Because these are projects that last a long time. These guys need to be paid on a daily basis. So, and these are people who are with you for a year, 360 days. Even if you were to spend about 1,000 daily with their labor, that's another 360,000 labor. So, the most expensive part for these projects is the first part, the labor, and the engine and the propeller. Otherwise, the materials are not really that much. So, in total, just to give you a hint, I'll give you a bracket. Somewhere between 700 and 1 million. You are through.
Okay, and Dorito, we know it has been a daunting task and it's never that easy, capital just being one aspect of it. What has been the support that you've gotten perhaps from stakeholders in the aviation industry or even the government who are actually perhaps committed in ensuring that they nurture such talents?
I can't say that I have gotten a lot of support from government or other people, but I think maybe it will come after. Many people were skeptical initially that they thought that probably will do one. They will do one project and then probably give up.
Yeah.
And that's why maybe they were not willing to put anything on that. But later on, what happened is that the project started getting some momentum. And when it got some momentum, now many people started getting interested. And basically that's where we are.
Okay, and if there is one thing that you'd wish in terms of support from stakeholders, from the government, what would that be? What do you think is your greatest impediment?
The greatest impediment is the engine. You can see this engine that is just 28 horsepower costs 400,000. The correct engine for a project this type is 100 horsepower, an engine called Lotax 912, and that one costs 2 million alone. So once you got your power correct and your propeller side, that costs about 2 million. The rest is very easy. We are able to put up the body in 7 days.
Okay.
We start on a Monday, by Sunday we are through with the framework. So, but you see now, the aircraft requires power and the propeller. You need a good engine and a good propeller.
Thank you.
That's 2 million cream.
Thank you very much, Willis. Are you inspired?
I'm inspired. Most people are, watu wanataka kuona ikinguruma.
Hii kitu sasa imebakia tu kuguruma zile nets. Si usema. Tuone kiguruma, ndio tujue tuko bie. Tuone kaita move. Lakini so far so good. Anasema engine ndio issue bigi sana. He needs the correct type of engine, which is going to cost something in the range of 2 million shillings, which is a great impediment as far as this innovation of Gabriel Nderitu goes. Do we have people on social media?
Yes, I think people here. We were just about Gabriel himself is putting in some finishing touches over there. As he does that, somebody says the passion and creativity of this innovation is incredible. Hope you can come to GES 2015 Kenya. That is at Akesu_UG. And then this is very innovative at Mutai Lane. Itapaa angani.
Itapaa mtunguya.
Ibuka nije. Yes. And then there's somebody saying 200. Now I'm not going to read that. Somebody's making fun of me, but it's okay. You to take offline. You
no, usome tu venye unataka ku.
Nikisoma yeye nasoma yako ya Obama ya jana.
Aya, soma. Soma.
Okay, somebody's saying you 200 kg plus engine ni wewe Willis Raburu.
It's true, you just took a sip of that Obama beer. Alex Kubasu ndo alichangamkia. No.
All right, but wait, there's something interesting is going on here. What is happening now?
We are we are putting fuel basically onto the fuel tank, and I think once we are through, we should be able to do a startup of the engine, and that's it.
Okay.
Yes.
How many liters of fuel does it take?
Okay, the tank that we have here is 10 liter, but since we only put 1 liter at the moment for the moment, but we have got a 10 liter tank here.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So there you have it. Sasa ni uleta nini hiyo?
Gede. Ngeleles.
Ngeleles. So this is one of the final touches, and then we can rev up the engines. I remember to continue to talk to us on the hashtag to use for breakfast on 22422. Most of you, some of the questions you've been asking, we've been able to answer. This, of course, in aid of Viwanda model.
Viwanda
yes,
ni industries kwa kizungu.
Industries, yes. So ikifly hapa itaitwa Willis.
It's labda kitukaa hiyo.
Willis Air.
Yeah, na Mr. Derito, hii mafuta ni aina gani?
Okay, this engine is a two-stroke, and it uses normal petrol super. But on the other hand, because it's a two-stroke, you need to add also two-stroke oil. So what you will do is that for every liter, you need to put some 50 milliliters of oil, so that because that one does the lubrication. This is a two-stroke engine, and that's how it operates.
So basically, the oil and the fuel is put together.
It is put together.
Okay. So will we need to empty the entire jerrycan?
No, we don't need to.
Yeah,
we don't
so
need to.
perhaps
That's enough. That's
save
enough.
on time and see whether this thing will actually run. People are actually
in future. Mimi ningeambia Nderitu utengeneze kitu kubwa, hata mimi naweza kaa.
Willis the reason I say nilikalia Willis alitry kukalia taya zikasinga.
So in future tutengeneze. All right, so let's see, we're about ready now. He's moving away.
We're just about to do a test run as far as the engine goes, hoping that everything will be all right. And we already have some mashabiks outside the communication center actually wanting to witness firsthand this innovation.
It's going to be interesting.
Are you seeing Mutegi somewhere?
Yes, Mutegi is somewhere. There he is. He's not listening. Okay, wacha nikushikia koti. All right. So I have his coat. We're about ready to watch this thing. Igunza is moving farther and farther back. I'll also take you, Igunza. Hata mimi nisonge na huku. Hii ndio ile song inaitwanga From a Distance. Hii ndio sasa tumesimama.
The plane is about to
From
move.
a distance. All right.
There you have him, Mr. Nderiti himself, the brain behind this innovation.
All right, that's one. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, man.
Come on, mic check. Mini moja. Testing
Take
1,
two?
2, 3. Take 2.
Take 3.
All right. We're trying to see if it's going to work here.
Na Nelson Rada.
All right. So we're waiting to see if the Wanda model will kick. Is it kick off? Kick start,
take off.
jump start. No, start. As we wait on it to happen. I mean to happen. I mean you can still be taking some comments here. There you have it there, Mr. Ndidi, just checking final touches to see what will happen.
But so far so good, Willis.
Yeah, so far so good.
Something can happen locally. And Francis is one of the people who are normally inspired by this kind of innovations. He actually believes that the first Kenyan made aircraft actually will come from his region.
Yes, and those are shared by Jeff Jeffun, who says naona ka 747 fulani itatoka Kenya. And then there's somebody here saying at Willie S96 saying waiting for it to move Marine One ya Kenya. Yes, Marine One ya Kenya.
So wako optimistic.
Yes, we'll see if
tuone inakuaje.
I don't know if you
hata Mwala anataka nataka kuchukua selfie na ndege.
Mwala is also here trying to use Mwala kuja. Mwala is taking us selfie ni wakati unaenda unaonekana kwa picha. Hiyo ni picha.
Selfie.
Size yako unajua ni size hii ndege.
Ni size yangu. Aka kandege unajua ametengeneza kale kananitosea. So sihitaji kwenda kwa hizi ndege kubwa. Wewe isipoluka na nini niko na wewe? Inafaa iluke sasa ile Obama anaingia hivi na mimi niko na Obama. Ndio.
Okay. Wazito mkaerada.
Alright. Karibu Mwala almost flew out of the set himself. Alright, that was another round of tests. It's still waiting. It's actually very powerful.
Yeah, it is actually.
And that is just, what did you say it was? 28 horsepower.
28
So you can imagine what
it's
an
a
100.
two-stroke engine.
Yes.
According to the innovator himself.
What an 100 one would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be something. Well, Mr. Director is still trying to test and see what will happen. Perhaps let's find out from him what's going on shortly. What's happening?
So now basically we're starting the engine.
Okay.
And we are good to go. So I'm just setting, just attaching the setting. Yes. Then we do start properly now.
Okay.
Yes.
So just still testing it out.
Testing it out very briefly. Yes.
All right. Will it be able to move a bit?
A bit, just a bit.
Just a bit.
Yes, because here we can't.
Yeah, because here is we have a small runway.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. That's true.
All right. So as you can see, we are still waiting. There you are. You can see we're waiting for it. He's just doing his final round of tests. They are checking some final wiring as he's told us, and then after that he's going to rev it up again. Quite the powerful one, like I was telling Igunza, only 28 horsepower, and it's, I mean, you can feel it from quite the distance.
Yeah, you can actually feel it, and
so
even the way the propeller is actually doing the rounds,
yes.
I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah, it's
you
incredible.
can easily just mistake it for any other plane that has been manufactured from outside the country.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting.
Yep.
I mean, it's
again, remember the hashtag that we're using as always is the hashtag which is for breakfast, and so we are still somebody asking, does that plane use fuel or vehicle petrol? Well, it was explained a little bit earlier.
Yes.
So somebody was asking the source of his capital and what makes him not give up. We answered that question for you, and then that is at FK Sang saying, I'm proud of entrepreneurship and enthusiasm in Kenya. All of them tagging also the GES, probably to see if he can also go to the GES later on. So
yeah.
Anyway, those are the dynamics will be planned a little bit later on, but this is just, like I said, the final part of the test.
Okay.
That will be happening here.
Mr. Ndurito, tunaendelea salama?
Tunaendelea salama sana. Nipe tu kama like a few seconds. We should be able to start properly. Na tuendelee.
Okay. A few seconds, Mr. Ndurito amesema, before we actually take off.
All right, so just a few seconds there. As you can see, those are the pictures sitting here. Still inviting the conversation and the hashtags of it. I don't know if you can quickly go and grab me some Tekinja who has been watching for a while, so he can come and give us his views as well.
Okay, I will.
On this. So as he grabs to come and give his views on the same, we just this is going to be our runway, so for a short distance, to see what's going to happen as the Gunza comes to Samuteginja, who was here. We want to get Mr. Muteginja's views on.
Yeah. We just want to. You've been here since the plane came in different parts. Now it's been put together.
Yeah.
It's taken shape. What are your thoughts in as far as this?
I think it's about to rev up again.
This is good development, and I think we move away because it can be very dangerous if it is just to. If the propeller decided to disappear, but it's progressive.
It is progressive.
It is progressive.
Are you inspired?
Very inspired. You know, even Wright brothers who started making planes, they started with a thing like that one.
That's true.
Yeah, and it looks like he's spending a lot of money.
He is
making it. Yeah,
he's talking hundreds of thousands of shillings.
Yeah.
Before coming this far.
Yeah, I think it's very positive.
And you can see actually the wings flapping there.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Because they're asking if you should give it a push. Alright. Well, Rotongoja, the Viwanda model, maiden take off hapa kwa All right. As we, those are the pictures, he's still trying it out.
That rotor can get off the hinges. Yeah.
So we are still waiting and seeing, still again inviting comments as always. The hashtag for breakfast will continue to sample some of them as we wait and see what will happen. It's one that requires a lot of patience. To see if it will okay. You come out to the school mama to the jump start is the big question. Alright, you can sing at James. I'll just take some of your comments again here saying Innovation Awesome Gabriel, they want Mwala to fit in the flight at Bravo Max. Then people are cheering on at J Moy saying the passion is still go on the Ritungo. Go on the Ritungo. And then somebody at Shema Uma saying he can't wait to see this plane in action. Mwinzi Jose saying this man is a genius. One day his dream will come true. Somebody here at E_Solian says awesome right there, Mr. Ready to hear GS Shark Tank naona wakichukua.
True. Akunambia hapa naitwa Edu. Anasema wewe pata acha kutuchocha. I'm waiting to see him plane iki take off.
Then there is begin your engine tuone kama itawaka. It worked on our radio. That is a Titus Tyson tikete. Hey. It's a bit of a, we have to. All right, there we go.
Hey, a good one. Willis umesikia hiyo anti-lag?
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. That was interesting.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Why?
Why?
Oh, hold on. Yes, come. Just
come, mister. Umesikia hiyo anti-lag? Boom, chop. Yeah, man.
That was quite something. Go ahead.
That was interesting, actually. So you're saying that we cannot try it?
No, this is too short and it's yeah.
No, it can't move like just 5 meters, like from here to where that lorry is.
Yeah.
No, we need a field.
Really?
Yes, true. Let's not.
Are you a bit scared?
No, I'm scared. I'm concerned about safety of these people. Yes, it's true.
These people will sit on the side.
These people can actually go inside, so that we just see it. Just at least
a short distance.
We created this runway for you. Thank you very much, though, Willis. I think I'm inspired personally because you've seen the way the propellers actually turn around and.
Can it once it's on, it will start moving?
Yes. If I put full acceleration, it will start moving. Unless you give us 5 minutes. Say, are you willing to wait
for
5 minutes
so
that we set it up for that movement?
I don't know.
The director is saying we are running out of time.
Yeah,
we are pressed for time for today, Mr. Anderito.
Here's what we're going to do then. In those 5 minutes, perhaps we can give him time to set it up, and then this will give him a brilliant opportunity to go and check out our new website, citizentv.co.ke.
That's true. So
the features in there. So
we'll record that plane actually moving, and then we'll post it online so that people can actually visit our site and see actually. So there was on our runway here. Yes. And that's how we normally change our compound here at the communications center. One time it's a playing field, the other time it's a runway, and it's an airport of some sorts. Planes have actually come today, and so I'm inspired, Willis.
Yes, I'm inspired from you flying high yesterday to the plane flying here today.
And Willis will never stop talking about that Obama brew.
Beautiful, I have to be honest.
Always a pleasure having everyone on this show, and we do thank everyone who's made this particular broadcast a success.
All right, thank you guys as well. Remember tonight, Opinion Call to the Ann Kuguta later on, and tomorrow, of course, this is the place where you want to be for the Obama coverage. So you want to keep a watch out. I mean, there are some new things coming up that you do not want to miss. So this is the place to be. Thank you guys so much for staying with us.